Watch us live stream at twitch.tv/Inez27. Live stream times are Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7 p.m. Central Time. Follow us on Twitter at SeemsGoodMagic. And please support my eBay store by going to SeemsGoodMagic.com, clicking on the icon, and purchasing some playsets and singles. Thanks, and enjoy the video. Hey, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here for another 8-4 turn Ravnica block draft. Open Blood Scrivener, not the most exciting first pick. What have we got? We got some good uncommons. We got Crisis Incubation, Carnage Gladiator, Tithe Drinker, Rakdos Drake, Punish the Enemy. All of those cards are very excellent. I think we probably want the Punish because it's one color, does not commit us to as many different things, allows us to go into a bunch of different things. I think Punish is going to be the pick. Crisis Incubation is close, as is maybe Tide Drinker, and then probably Rakdos Drake at third or something. But let's take the Punish the Enemy. It's an excellent first pick. Follow-up pick. Well, we got past the Putrefy. It looks like someone took a rare over it, though, so it's not saying too much. But it's definitely the Putrefy is the strongest card remaining in the pack, so I think I'm just going to pick it up. Maw is good in this pack. Armored Wolf Rider and Ascended Law Mage. Maze Abomination. Still plenty of good cards in here, but Putrefy is definitely the one that stands out being the best. So far, looks like we're down a Jund path, but we'll see how the picks go. Alright. I'm fine with Spike Jester. Woodlock Crawler is also good. Crawl Warrior's fine with Putrefy. Let's just take the Spike Jester. I like him. He's hasty. Good Rakdos card. Okay. Best card remaining in the pack. Probably the Haunter of Night Vale. Joan Sphinx, I mean, is fine as well. Pilfered Plans is cool. Cluestone's fine. Beautiful Mage is pretty good. I think we'll just take the Haunter. Figure out what direction people want us to go. Could also take the Gate, I guess, but let's just take the Haunter. It's a good card. Alright, Blasted Genius. Could go down a more Izzet Rakdos path. I could probably be satisfied with that. Nothing else too amazing in here, and you guys know how I feel about Blasted Genius. Guess we could take the Torturer. Not too much else amazing in here. There's also Izzet Cluestone, Boros Guildgate, but don't currently need it. I mean, Izzet Cluestone's fine. Might be necessary for some fixing. Not necessary, but nice. Alright, let's just get a little fixing. Here, I guess we'll take the Maze Abomination. Looks pretty good with the two creatures we have. I always forget what Possibility Storm does. Exiles it. Yeah, doesn't work that well. Dimir Cluestone also fine, but Maze Abomination's pretty good. Hired Torturer here, or another Cluestone. Let's just take the Torturer this time. Alright, Rakdos Drake Table, that's a good sign. Okay, take the Rakdos Cluestone. Loss is actually a removal spell, so we'll take that. Golgari Cluestone, I guess, would splash for Putrefy, but I don't think we're going to do that. I'm not going to really play Bane Alley Blackguard either, though. I'm pretty sure green is just getting cut, so probably just going to opt out of the whole Putrefy plan. Still yet to play Showstopper since it's not very good. Alright, so I think we know what we're doing. It appears we're going to be a 3-color deck. We might be able to shift into Rakdos, but currently we've got a couple pieces of fixing. Cluestone's not my favorite piece of fixing, but they are playable. Could use a few more abusive creatures, but I like what we've got so far. Last pick Possibility Storm. Nothing like a last pick rare. Oh, pack 2, get a Gideon. It's pretty sick. He's not worth too terribly much, but certainly don't want to play against him. And otherwise, I'm just first picking a Bomber Core or maybe a Pit Fight. But I think we're just going to take the Gids. Okay, here we can do Madcap Skills, Balustrade Spy, Death Cult Rogue, Legion Loyalist. Madcap's quite good. Balustrade Spy is very good too. So is Death Cult Rogue. Death Cult Rogue's better if you're just 2-color though. Plenty of good cards in here for us. I think we'll take the Spy. Not to say necessarily he's the best, but he's very good all around, and he's easy to cast. And if we have to go 3-color, I'd much rather have less color-intensive spells. Huh. Nothing that great for us, huh? Guess we got a couple flyers, so we might be able to make the Shadow Slice work. It works okay with Blasted Genius. Wars of Charms in white, and we do have Gideon, but do I want to shift into white right now? Not especially. I really don't. Foundry Street, just in case I get aggressive. It could potentially happen. I could make a Rakdos deck that's worth a damn. Maybe Splash for Blast. Never that horrible. Neither of the picks are very exciting, but Foundry Street's playable. Scorchwalker's fine. Madcap's good. Madcap's better with the Foundry Street, so maybe we want that. And the Flyers. Alright, let's take Madcap. Mugging. That's pretty good. Undercity Plague. Foil. Pretty exciting. Let's just take the Mugging. Gotta get that spot removal. Alright, Warmind Infantry is excellent. We'll slam pick that. Hellraiser Goblin, I don't really like that much, but I think we can make it work if we can go Rakdos aggro. Alright, let's just go Rakdos. Looks like that's a pretty good sign that it might be open this pack, so let's cut these things, get rid of the blue, just try for straight Rakdos. Guess I'd like to cut this too, but all the rest are pretty playable. Probably like to switch out a Hired Torture if I could, but all of these are fine. I guess we could do Shattering Blow. We can also do Contaminated Ground for sideboard. Both are pretty bad. I guess we'll take the Ground because it actually has the potential to deal damage, which is typically what Rakdos wants to do. Alright, we'll take the Shadow Slice here. Got a couple evasive guys. Could possibly make that work. Take the Skyblinder Staff for sideboard. Good against the All Flyers deck. If we end up short on playables after pack 3, we can always splash the Blast of Genius and maybe the Haunter of Night Vale with our Izzet Cluestone. But hopefully in this last pack we can just clean up on some Rakdos picks. That would be nice. Aerial Maneuver, quite good against us. Righteous Charge, whatever. So, looks like we got a couple removal spells that are pretty good. Some decent creatures. Yeah, we look okay. Pack 3, we're going to have to hope for a lot of Rakdos cards being opened and passed. To start it off... Jailbreaker's better when you actually have Guild Gates. Guess we're going to do the Cobble Brute. It's a creature, has 5 power. It's actually pretty playable. Not the most exciting first pick, but definitely satisfactory. It's good after a turn 3 Hellraiser. Okay, here we can do... I think we're just going to do the Dead Reveler over the Instinct. I would like the Instinct, but we need more creatures. Dead Reveler is a very, very strong one. Pretty happily pick that. Okay. Let's take a second Dead Reveler. Wow, Skymark Rock. That card's good. It's also Long Legs, Launch Party, Slitherhead. All of those cards are good. Let's just take the Dead Reveler. Here, we're going to take the Perilous Shadow over the Trickery. Perilous Shadow is fine, and it plays best in 2-color decks, which we are, so looks like he could be okay in here. Rage Mutt, Underworld, Pursuit, Rogue's Passage, all good. I think we're going to take the Rage Mutt. Not that it's the best card ever, but we're still a little bit short on creatures, and Rage Mutt's a pretty decent one. Can have a relatively okay little hasty side theme going. It's also got some Battalion, so it's always nice to have the out-of-nowhere haste. Underworld is good. I think I'd rather have some better creature quality currently. Make this deck come together a little bit better. Okay, we can take the Deviant Glee, which is fine. We can also take the Locust, which is fine. Let's take the Glee. Let's get a little bit more early game going on. Void Wheeler that late is surprising. Roustabout, totally playable for us. Another 2-drop. Up to 15 creatures. We're only a couple playables short of a deck here. Frostburn Weird this late is excellent. There's also Dyna Charge, which I would like, but I think I'd prefer the Frostburn with the Glee and the Madcap. It's going to be a little bit better. Batterhorn's perfectly fine. Alright, so this is 23 card deck here. I feel fairly comfortable with this. Sar Patrol is the best card against us. I don't think we're going to sideboard into Mind Rot, so let's just hate this. Sar Patrol is very, very good against the Rakdos aggro deck. Still trying to debate whether I want to play 16 or 17 lands. Our mana sinks are Frostburn Weird, Perilous Shadow, and that's about it. So not that many. We do have 4 5-drops and a 6-drop. Still think we could probably get away with 16 lands. I know it seems greedy, but when you're playing aggro, losing a Mana Flood is like the worst possible thing that could happen to you. Screw is pretty bad too, but this deck can operate quite well on 5 lands. And getting to 5 is not out of the question. Alright, Slitherhead is a fine 24th card to play. Slitherhead's actually very good in here since we have the Deviant Glee and the Madcap. Makes it a little less of a 2-for-1 if they kill it in response. Guild Mage is better in full block, so let's hate that from somebody. Rune Wing's pretty good against us too, but I guess the Guild Mage is a little more annoying because it comes down faster. Let's take the Courier just because it's a 2-drop. Overall, I'm pretty satisfied with where the deck's at. I think it's got enough good stuff in it. Nothing super amazing, but we look like we might be able to dish some damage out fairly quickly. I imagine Fall of the Gavel can be good against us, but they have to get to 5 mana. Yeah, these 24 are fine. I could see myself playing this. Alright, so it looks like we're going to play this. Alright, let's build it again real quick here. Yep, 24. Alright, so I'd rate this about I don't know, maybe 6.5, 7 out of 10, something like that. Not the best, not the worst. I'm going to just do an even split on mana because it looks like we need 2 of each. I mean, we need 2 on turn 2 for Frostburn Weird, but we're going to need a couple black for Perilous Shadow, and I really just need to see both colors on turn 1 for the Founder's Street or the Slitherhead, so let's just even up. Yeah, I think this is fairly safe at 16 lands. We have a couple mana sinks, but like I said, fairly low curve, plenty of 2-drops, and we don't really need tons of mana. I mean, we have a use for some extra mana, but I think 16's fine. Alright, so going to run it like this. I'll see you guys round 1.